If you're an insurance agent with really bad credit and you're wondering, can I capitalize with final expense sales? Can I even start? Well, you found the right video. I'm going to help you understand how you can capitalize when you have maybe less than stellar credit. And the credit for this video goes to my subscriber, Will, that asked me to drop content on this. Will, I appreciate you. And to all my subscribers, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for commenting, liking. I'll always try my best to bring you value. So when you have poor credit, yes, you can maintain crazy profitability, but you've got to do a couple things right. You got to do them well if you want to make the wealth. So I'm going to give you 4 tips on how you can take off in this career when you have less than stellar credit, or maybe you're a poor agent starting out. And that doesn't mean you're not a great agent. It just means maybe you've got tinier, pocketbooks to get propelled and get started. So first off, you've got to have insane commitment. You may lack credit, but what you lack in credit, you can make up with commitment. You've got to be committed. You've got to double down. You can double down. You've got drive, right? I can't train tall in basketball, as I say, but I can help you dribble and help you dribble and help you dribble, but you've got to bounce the ball yourself. So understand, if you want to be a beast, even with poor credit, you've got to put your back into it. Double down with activity. And I mean, double down with your commitment. Double down. You can make it, but you've got to have this inner drive with you. You've got to have this inner drive that comes out into forms of action, not retraction. And a lot of agents with maybe some poor credit may put that up as an excuse. You don't have to make excuses. You can make a way. You can make wealth here. So insane, and I mean insane levels of commitment will get your credit fixed, will get things hopefully going right and tight for you, but you've got to be committed. All in, no excuses. If you got bad credit, that's okay. You can be a beast. You can be a beast. A lot of agents that start off in final expense sales aren't independently wealthy. They may find crazy wealth. 90% of the agent force will fail. Poor credit is not part of that equation. It's your inner drive, your inner hustle muscle. So if you've got drive, if you've got strength within you, you've got a chance of being insanely successful, but you've got to double down. What you lack in credit, you can absolutely attain in capitalization, but you got to put your back into it. You've got to hustle like you've never hustled in your life. So understand, commitment is huge. Belief is the backbone of this industry, but I can't train the hustle muscle. I can't train tall in basketball. You've got to believe that you can do this. You've got to absolutely be a beast from a commitment level if you want to make it. So when you have poor credit, understand some carriers may advance you, meaning that maybe a couple carriers will give you that 9-month advance, that 75% front money, but a couple carriers may not. It's okay. Don't take it personal when you start out. It's not where you're going to stay. It's where you start here. So when you have poor credit, tip number 1, insane levels of commitment, insane levels of drive will get you through that poor credit rating that you have and get you into a place that you can launch and learn from maybe your past mistakes. Just because you have bad credit in the past doesn't mean it has to be your present, but you've got to push. You have to push. You have to push forward with insane levels of commitment. It's so important. I can't emphasize this enough. If you're in a situation where you've got poor credit, I've got some crazy, amazing work family agents. I love who I partner with. And not everybody's got the best of credit. It's okay. It's fine. And now they're in a place where it's like they're stacking some paper, quite a few of them, and they're in a great place, but they didn't start out there. It's okay. You can partner with a good agency that can put you in the driver's seat to help get you down the road. You may not get full advancement from certain carriers. That's okay. You'll be able to hopefully attain it with good production, and that comes from your hustle muscle. You've got to be committed. That's the backbone to everything. So tip number 2, you're going to need training. If you've got poor credit, you've got to really push. You've got to pour yourself into training. You've got to work like you're broke. You've got to work like you're broke. Even when you've got money, you have to work like you're broke. You have to hustle. You got to hustle. You got to hustle. You got to go help people. But training is important. You need to partner with a very good agency like mine at jasonfinalexpense.com. I do recruit some of the most amazing agents across this nation. We sell life, Medicare, and annuities face-to-face, but more importantly, in the telespace. Free resources on my website for your taking, and I hope you like this content. But training is vital to you. Vetting your trainer is so important to you getting out of the hole that maybe you're in. You need somebody to help you, build you up, lift you up from where you're at. In training, it comes at a cost. It comes at a price. That price is commitment. That price that you pay is hustle, the sweat, the tears, the getting bloodied up, going through a day where it stinks, okay? Just because maybe your credit is poor right now doesn't mean that's where you have to stay. So understand you don't need to have every shiny object, but training is so important. Vetting your trainer, having somebody that believes in you, picks up your phone calls, is available for you, will help you move yourself, hopefully, with high commitment, high hustle, high skill set transfer. You can now move yourself into a position where now you're trained and you're into a place where you're comfortable, you're confident. And maybe if you have poor credit, you're lacking a little bit of confidence right now. This can take place. Don't let that be you. That can be fixed through insane drive, through insane belief, and through an insane level of training. I run a telemastery program. You could look up at the end of this video and look at our agent interviews, our testimonials. You can go to my playlist on this channel as well and check this out. I train veteran agents, even brand new agents that we recruit across the nation that work in our national insurance agency. We train hard, but it really helps agents even that don't have the best of credit. You can be a beast. Don't let anything hold you down, but you've got to train like your very career depends on it, because it does. It absolutely does. So tip number 2, train like a beast. And number 3, that I want to help you understand is you've got to have leads. You've got to have leads, and you've got to have as many as you can. If you've got bad credit, that's okay. Maybe you're going to start off with an insane amount of aged leads, and you're going to accelerate your action. Action is okay. Maybe some carriers won't advance you, but once you start writing a bunch of business and you prove yourself that you're a man of your word, a lady of your word, you honor yourself with integrity, you say what you mean and you do what you say. If you're diligent and you buy a bunch of aged leads and get it done, write some business, these carriers, even with some poor credit, will push you up to advancing, and you'll be in the same position that people that partner in my agency that have stellar credit will have. You get the same handshake, but you've got to help yourself. You've got to help yourself here by working your leads like your career depends on it. But you got to get as many leads, the best quality leads that you can. And if you're an agent that maybe has poor credit, you need to get your hands on some really good leads, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. I can help you get some amazing aged leads that are under 90 days old for as inexpensive as $1.50 a lead. And they're TCPA compliant and scrubbed. They're phenomenal. But if you need that resource, go to my website, jasonfinalexpense.com. I will absolutely serve you. But number 3, you have to have leads when you've got poor credit. You got to put your hands on as many leads as you can, because the laws of large numbers are important right now. And if you got low credit score, that doesn't mean you can't be a beast and be the top of your game in this industry. This industry is an industry that is performance-based. It doesn't care that you've got poor credit. It doesn't care where you came from. It doesn't care. This industry does not care if you were raised with a plastic spoon up in your mouth. Okay. When I was young, I did not have a silver spoon. Okay. Not at all. But those that do are those that get. And if you want to get out of the hole that you're in, you want to get out of maybe a poor credit situation, you've got to pour yourself into your business. You've got to be, first off, tip number 1 that I shared with you, you've got to be committed. You've got to be committed. You've got to have belief. You've got to believe you can do it. And that's going to happen from your mind moving to action. You've got to have commitment. You've got to have belief. And then tip number 2, you've got to be trained like nobody else. And you've got to make sure you vet your trainer. A lot of agents have started off in other agencies at Indian Group, Indian Life. And then they realize that this is just a house. It's not a home. I need to be helped here. And then they've moved to our agency here, and it is so much fun. We're a work family. So understand who trains you, and the people that you rub shoulders with could influence whether you're going to have success or distress. But don't let your poor credit hold you back. Do not let your poor credit hold you back. You've got to pour yourself into this business. Pour yourself into this business if you want a chance of attaining profitability. But those that do are those that get, and you've got the ability to get out of the situation that you're in. If you have poor credit, that's okay. It doesn't take a lot of money to get into final expense sales, believe it or not. You need some for sure, but there's even free lead options. And I'll try to put that content up here for free lead options for you at the end of this video as well. But you need as many leads as you can get your hands on. Crazy critical. Now, tip number 4, you don't need the fanciest CRM. You don't need the fanciest dialer. Right now, you've got maybe poor credit, so you need to pour yourself into commitment, belief, and drive. Okay. Crazy important. You've got to pour yourself into your training. And I mean, train like you're going to go broke. Train like your back's up against the wall and you need the wealth to survive. You've got to pour yourself into training, and you got to make sure that you're not being trained by just, here's a script, buddy, hope you make it, go train with somebody that's equally as screwed up as you, or hey, here's your script, let's go listen to a bunch of jacked up calls. That's not going to help you be a beast. Listening to garbage in, garbage out. You cannot be listening to bad calls. Anybody can armchair quarterback and tell you what you did wrong. You need someone that believes in you and trains you and helps you do things right. Even a bank teller does not look at counterfeit bills all day. They look at the real deal. That helps them dominate and know that when a counterfeit comes in, they can spot it a mile away. Make sure you vet your trainer, please. It is so important. Get as many leads as you can. Get as many leads as you can. And then if you want to work, you don't need a lot of money. If you've got poor credit, not a lot of money in your pocketbook, you don't need a lot to start off in final expense telesales. This is the equipment that you need. You need a strong mind. Strong mind. You need crazy high intent intellectual property, crazy good power scripts. Any place that's giving you some free Frankenstein script, well, that script's worth twice what you paid for it. Free 99. It's not going to take you maybe where you want to go. Be careful of those in the industry that give you free Frankenstein scripts. Any good reputable agency is probably going to put a string or two attached on that if it's true high intent intellectual property. Be careful out there in this space. But you've got to understand, all you need is a good mind. You need insane drive. That's crazy important. You need a lot of leads, yes, after you've been trained, but all you need is a phone and a computer. You need a phone and a computer and lots of leads. You don't need to overcomplicate a simple business. This business is not easy. Not going to lead you on here. It's not easy, but this business is very, very simple. You want to start off in telesales, get trained, get your mind right. Your money can follow. Your money can follow if you've got poor credit. Don't look back. Look out the windshield. Look where you're going. Look at the wealth you can dominate and absolutely have for yourself if you would but hustle. You have to hustle. So if you've got poor credit, you're not in a bad place here. You're not going to stay here. You're going to be successful. You've got to start with the mind. Start with good training. Vet your trainer. Vet your agency. That's very important to your success or your distress. Get as many leads as you can. Be careful of agencies that are telling you to use direct mail, expensive leads for telesales. Be careful. Once again, vet your trainer. But to get started in telesales, you really just need a phone. You can use your cell phone. You can use a buddy's phone. That's fine. Get a phone, a computer. Doesn't matter if it's your kids that they use for school. You can capitalize with a computer or an iPad or even a netbook. You can do this. Never say, I can't. You need to start saying, I can. I've got poor credit. This isn't where I'm going to stay. I'm going to be profitable. You've got to keep that mind about you, but you do not need, and I mean do not need, anything crazy. You just need lots of leads, good training, good scripting, stay tight, stay right here, and then absolutely lean forward. You need a phone, you need a good attitude, and you need lots of leads, and then a computer. It's very simple. Maybe later on, you're going to get a CRM. Maybe later on, when your credit improves, you're going to get upgraded computer equipment. You don't need it right now. You don't need 10 monitors. You want to take off when you've got poor credit. You want to move up with all these carriers that you're going to get hopefully advanced with, just like the people with great credit will. You can make the wealth, but you've got to make a way for yourself first. No excuses, just execute. No excuses, execute. So yes, can you dominate with poor credit? Absolutely. But it all starts from an integrity standpoint, an internal drive standpoint, insane commitment, insane belief, insane training, insane investments that you're going to invest yourself in time, the T system, time, effort, action. Focus on the T and you'll be drinking and be happy, hopefully, in this industry. So understand you need lots of leads. If you don't have a lot of money at first, I'll put that free content up here on how to get some good leads for you. But you just need a phone. You need a computer or a netbook or something simple. And then you just need leads. You need leads, a phone, and some good scripts and a computer. That's it. You can use a cell phone. That's fine. Just make sure your communications are crystal clear. I hope this helps you. You don't even need business cards, by the way. You can do the Haystack app and get a free business card and send it digitally when you're doing telesales or even in the face-to-face play. I hope this is a resource to you. I hope it's a blessing to you. Will, thank you for the question, buddy. You know, appreciate you. Thank you all for liking and subscribing and commenting. I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day and get ready for next week. Success awaits.